This is the Business Leadership Series Minute with your host and best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck, Derek Champagne.
For me, my early days running this agency now, but my early days, and I write about it in my book, talk about my days of being a street team promoter and playing in bands on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood back in the early 2000s. And I learned a lot from them with boots on the ground and some of that grassroots type marketing that I still take with me today and even apply it to client campaigns that are outside of the industry. What are some of the kinds of things you took away from your background that you feel you draw from still even to this day that stand out to you?
Yeah, great question. What I loved so much about working with the street team at AstroWorks was when I came on, they were very disheartened. I guess whoever was there before me kind of didn't appreciate them or had so much on their plate that they didn't make them a priority. And what I learned there and why it was one of my favorite parts of being there, it was really just showing them how much the label appreciated their work, because they were going out there on the ground level and really contacting fans and speaking on our behalf and representing us on a one-to-one level. And, the funny thing about that is, even though we don't have accounts anymore like Tower Records and Sam Goody's, we have Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And So I still use that same mentality when I teach artists how to talk to their fans, appreciate them. I mean, your street team is your core fan base.
Right.
Those are those fans that are going to go out and say, hey, listen, they're playing tonight. You have to come, check out this band. That's your street team.
Right.
And sending them a free t-shirt in the mail and surprising them, or calling them out on social media and letting them know how amazing they are. I mean, that stuff really goes such a long way. And the morale was so different by the end of my year with that street team, just with simple things of like spotlighting one of them each week in the email that went out to the whole team. That made them feel so great. So spotlighting a fan in your newsletter, or sharing their latest status to your followers, and then, thanking them for their time. Something as small as that really goes a long way. And I think that's really what I've taken, is that human connection. It's so important, and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort. It just takes a little bit of thinking and prioritizing.
Yeah, and seeing that appreciation. We were just presenting a marketing plan a couple hours ago to a client and talking about what we call brand ambassadors, and it's not in the music industry, but I think it applies to so many different niches as well beyond music, where when you have those that sing the praises and that are volunteers for you, and they're a brand ambassador, they're your street team. It's important to recognize them and not take them for granted, and look at what's important to them and highlight it. So I think that's a great lesson to learn.
To hear full episodes of the Business Leadership Series, visit blsnow.net.